SwimNinja.com here with the Hunter Mill coaches and seniors. If you'd go ahead and introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Ian Cobb. I've been swimming for Hunter Mill since I was 7 years old, so I guess 10 years now. I started swimming club at NCAP when I was 9, and currently I still swim with them, and I'm committed to swim at William & Mary next year.
Okay, I'm Bella. This is my 9th year on Hunter Mill. I used to swim club, but I've since stopped that, and I did do high school swim this year, and ever since I was a freshman. I just graduated from Madison High School, and I'm going to be going to McGill in Montreal next year for college.
I'm Miles. I'm the assistant coach here. I swam for Little Rocky Run before coming here. This is my first year here. I started coaching about 5 years ago with Little Rocky Run. I swam club at Machine, and swam in high school at Robinson, and I attend the University of Pittsburgh now.
Great.
I'm Christine Canty. I'm the head coach here at Hunter Mill. I was an assistant coach at Little Rocky Run for the past 2 years, and I've coached at Machine for 4 going on 5 years now. I swam NCAP before that, and then swam Division I, and got my coaching experience there doing swim camps.
I'm Joey Moriarty. I've swam on Hunter Mill since I was 6, I think, so that's 12 years. I just graduated from Madeira, where I swam for 4 years, and I swam club on Machine, and next year I'm going to William & Mary.
Hi, I'm Wolf Hassler. I've been swimming with Hunter Mill since I was 6 years old, I think. I'm not sure anymore. I've also been swimming with NCAP since my sophomore year and swimming with my high school team. I just recently graduated the German International School, and I'm hoping to go to Berlin for mechanical engineering.
Great. Well, coaches, seniors, tell us a little bit about Hunter Mill. What's great about swimming and coaching here that you've grown to love over your many years?
So we do have kind of a lot of traditions that are specific to Hunter Mill. For example, we have this thing called chums. That's where we kind of pair older swimmers with younger swimmers, and they're kind of like partners. They can let each other know, so they give each other candy. They kind of just support each other. It's kind of a good way for people to meet other people on the team, especially with different age groups.
Yeah, there's like a really big sense of community at Hunter Mill, even though like we're not one of those pools that requires you to be part of the neighborhood, to be a member of the pool, so we do have people coming from all over, but there's a really big sense of community, and we really build that with like traditions like chums. We also do like boys versus girls meet. That's my favorite tradition that we do. So instead of having a B meet on Monday, we split the teams into the boys and the girls. So usually like Jovi and I will be like head coaches, but we have Christine this year to be a coach too. Boys are going down, by the way. And we'll compete on best times. You get a point for your best time. So that's like my favorite meet, because we go all out in the spirit, because you're racing against like people you know. Like, I don't know how many times I've swam against Ian. Like, get so hyped to lose that. But, yeah.
Yeah, they both touched on it. I've been here a short time, and I've already noticed a strong sense of camaraderie between everyone, and everyone wants the best for everyone else on the team, and it's awesome to see. They're here working hard every day, and they're also having fun, which I think is a really important part of a summer swim team. In order to swim fast, you have to be enjoying yourself, so it's awesome to see.
That's what I think I enjoy most about summer swim, is it's the perfect balance between working hard to swim fast and having as much fun as you can while you're doing it. It really is just a great time.
Yeah.
It's kept me in the States for another summer, so.
That's good. I'm sure they're glad you're here.
As a year-round coach, it's really a lot of fun to kind of step back into the summer league aspect, where you have kids that are learning how to swim a little bit more so than you have year-round swimmers. So any little thing that they do that's great, it's a new accomplishment for them. It just motivates them to just swim more and harder and faster, and it's a really great way to kind of get these kids excited about swimming for the rest of their lives, not just in the summers.
Sure.
Yeah, everybody touched on it, but our team has a lot of spirit, and everybody just wants to have fun and improve. So one of my favorite things that we do is we do Sharks and Pups on some Fridays, and basically all the kids are split into different groups, and we have stations around the pool, like we have diving, water basketball sometimes, and the people can just focus on having fun and also improving.
great. So you all have pep rallies every Friday night.
Yeah.
Are they different? Do you have like different themes or different things that you have going on?
Well, we'll usually try and coordinate it with like the theme for the Saturday meet.
Okay.
So like this was in the past, but if we had like a superheroes theme, we'd have like, I remember my mom bought like this big sheet of plastic and everybody made little capes and decorated them. Or like once we had like a Hawaiian theme, and so people made leis and stuff, and you know, we'll do like the cheers to get everybody excited, because it's really good. You get A-meet swimmers and like, you know, the non-A-meet swimmers that come. Like some of my like fondest memories are riding my bike to the pool on Friday night and like seeing all the big kids doing the cheers and like getting ready for the meet, even if I wasn't swimming. It was just exciting to see everybody together and have like that much spirit.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts on that? All right, Maz, I want to turn to you real quick. So you grew up at a different NVSL pool. What's it like coming to a pool that's not your home pool you grew up at and working here?
I was hesitant at first, actually. I was kind of nervous that I'd kind of be looked at as an outsider because I swam against these guys literally last year.
Ooh.
So I remember racing them. We won.
I think we won. I think we
12
won.
points.
Yeah.
We were undefeated last year.
Yeah.
So,
We won that.
but yeah, they've been really accepting of me, and as a young coach, I was kind of nervous that they wouldn't really take me seriously.
Sure.
But it's cool to see kids my age and younger than me kind of taking my advice and trying new things that maybe they hadn't thought of before. And yeah, it's extending my swimming knowledge as well.
And for the things away from the pool, how do you bring an outsider's perspective to Hunter Mill's rich traditions?
Yeah, so we brought some of the traditions that we had at other pools here as well, because it's just cool to add different perspectives and things that we can do.
Definitely.
As a team, yeah.
Christine, did you grow up swimming in the area? You said,
I did.
Did you swim in the summer?
Yes, I swim actually Colonial League, not
Okay.
NWSL, so it's a whole different ball game. I like all the spirit things that they do, because in Colonial League you do it, but it's never quite as intense. But I just remember Googling like NBSL times to see like where I would stand at the end of the summer, to see like, oh, like where would I place in the NBSL league. And it was really cool, and I always wanted to be a part of it, and so now I kind of am, even though I'm in the coaching aspect of it all.
Right.
It's a really great experience.
So would you say that's the biggest difference, you think, between being in the NVSL and the Colonial League?
Yeah, and it's a little bit more intense here. not in a bad way. It's just there's so many more year-round swimmers. So making NBSL All-Stars and the divisional teams are so much more than making the Colonial ones. I'm not saying that it's not hard to make those either, but there's just so many year-round pools around here that it's so much more competitive. So when the kids do make it, it's that much more exciting for them, because for them it's a huge accomplishment, and I think it's great.
Definitely. So tell me a little bit then about what it's like for you coming from your club practices in the morning to being here, and some of the, as a coach, the benefits that you get from having that difference between club swimming and summer league swimming.
Because it's summer league swimming, like I said, the little improvements that these kids make, they're huge here.
Right.
So in year-round, you're telling a kid 20 different times to streamline off the wall, and they just make the choice not to do it every time. But then when they do it here, and you tell them like 1 or 2 times, because they haven't been swimming all year, so they're actually thinking about it more, because they don't have that time to make those corrections, it's so much more exciting for them. So it's just a great experience overall, and it gets me prepared, because whatever doesn't work in the year-round, I don't have to worry about like doing it wrong here, because you get that kind of experience of what works, what doesn't work with the kids, so you know going in kind of what to expect.
And I guess, how do you make the mental adjustment from what you expect maybe at a club practice to what you do here, especially since there's so many young coaches in the league who are oftentimes like former swimmers, in their first few years out of school, coming back? What would you advise to people for who are trying to be competitive, as well as just doing summer leagues, they find it fun?
Be careful of where you set your expectations. A lot of times these younger kids, they don't know nearly as much, and you're used to kind of telling these kids day in and day out that they need to work harder and they need to push it. But these guys, they come for the summer to have fun. So you can't scream at them and yell at them. Not saying that you would in year-round, but you can be a little bit harder on them in year-round versus here. You have to motivate them a different way, and that starts at the top. And I always tell these guys that if you want these guys to do it well, you guys have to do it well. So if we want Spirit to work, then we have to be the loudest on the team, and
right.
then those kids are going to want to be the loudest.
And I think, seniors, you guys can definitely jump in on this. Talk about a little bit the meet preparation that goes on for not only yourselves, but also your younger teammates that you guys are all a part of, coaches, compared to other places that you've been, whether it's high school or club.
There's definitely a lot more cheering for A-meets and B-meets. A lot of times, like for high school meets, from my experience, we kind of just all walk in, we do like a few cheers, and then that's pretty much it. Everyone just kind of does their own thing. But here we have everyone on the stands, everyone at the edge of the pool, just cheering people on. We also walk in with our own cheers. We kind of like get everyone amped up right after warm-ups to the start of the meetings. Everyone's just cheering.
Yeah, we have a tradition. We go out to like the basketball court, and we usually bring like war paint, like everything for the theme for that week. Everybody's got all their costumes on. And then just last year, Jovi and I made these big flags. So we have a flag for each age group. So when we walk in, it looks pretty cool. We have like the little ones with their little flag until it gets like enormous with like a flag the size of like a sheet that like one of our 15, 18 boys carries in. We do a big cheer. So it's a very like rich, it's like a ritual that we do almost every time, and it gets the kids excited to swim. Like they're really excited. They're part of something like bigger than themselves. Like
sure.
It's very exciting for them and for me too. I'm definitely gonna miss
In a way, the entire swim meet is an event. We're not just there to swim our event and get out of the pool as fast as we can. We're here for the team, and we're here for ourselves, and we're here to have fun. That's what really, I remember my first A meet, because I had never swam one until I think I was 11. And I got there, and everyone had face paint, and there was costumes, and we were all yelling and screaming and cheering, and it's something I'd never been exposed to before, and now I don't want to let go. I'm bummed that I'm leaving this summer.
You have to come back and coach, it sounds like.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, for coaches then, talk a little bit about the differences in preparation, even at the different levels that you've competed at, for what a team needs to do to get up and compete on a Saturday compared to what you see in club meets or even high school, college.
I think the biggest difference is the team aspect versus the individual aspect. So with club meets, it's like you're really just there focusing on yourself. So you'll be in the pool warming up and you're just paying attention to what you're doing. While here, everyone's doing the same warm-up, and we only have 20 minutes, so we really have to focus on getting other people prepared and giving each other advice and hyping each other up before our races, while at the club level and even the high school level, it's more like you're just in your own zone.
Personally, just from the NBSL the last 2 years when I was there, and one thing that I think we did really well at Little Rocky Run to end up winning was knowing that it doesn't come down to just who's touching first, but who's touching second and third as well. And so that's something that I think Miles and I are really trying to bring here, so that our kids are all finishing strong, and that the focus isn't just on the fastest kids, it's on those, those kids that are moving up from the B meet to the A meet for the first time, knowing that they've got to finish strong every time coming in a race, because you never know how it's going to end up turning out. So you want those points, they're crucial to winning kind of those A meets. And then just working on making sure they're crushing their starts, turns, and finishes, because it's 50s,
Yeah.
It's very limited opportunity to get up and race, so you got to make sure that you are kind of nailing those.
Seniors, help maybe our viewers understand, how much energy would you say you spend just cheering? If you can't put 100% into swimming, how much of your energy on a given day goes into everything else that's going on?
I have a story about this. So last year, I also work as a lifeguard at Lifetime. So last year, I had to do an early morning shift before a swim meet. So I had to wake up at 3:30 and go and work at 4 a.m. And so I got to the swim meet like a little bit late. I got there at like 10:30, I think, like just in time for my race. And I'm standing there and I'm cheering. I'm next to Ian. I'm yelling. And I let out one like big yell, and I just like collapse on him. And luckily, our friend, who's also a coach, James, his mom is there, and his mom's a doctor. So I'm like on Ian, and I'm like on the ground. You were like, I thought you were just being funny, but I didn't realize you actually like passed out. He was like, get off of me. Like, but his friends, my friend's mom, who was a doctor, was there, and she's like, sit down, drink some water, you know, probably a little lightheaded from getting up early and, you know, been walking around and doing stuff. So we definitely put in 110% into this team. Like, we put our heart and soul into everything, into the cheering, the spirit, even like, I'm not a club swimmer, but I still try to come to practice. I still like try my best, like with the actual swimming aspect, because I know the kids love to see it. It's funny, the kids will like compliment me on my races, and they're like, I just added 3 seconds, but thank you. Like, thank you for thinking of me as like an idol, and like, it's great. They think that like we're great, even though, I mean, I'm not a great swimmer, but in their eyes, they think I'm awesome.
Yeah, and just this last Saturday at our first A meet, I lost my voice.
Yeah.
I could not talk for like the rest of the day.
So is that your goal then on a weekly basis to you know that you did your job if you lose your voice?
Sort of.
Not specifically to lose my voice, but I'm not mad if it happens.
Sure.
If your voice doesn't hurt at the end of the A meet, then you weren't cheering enough.
Yeah.
So as seniors, you definitely say a majority of your energy then is things unrelated to swimming, and you also still go out and have to compete.
Yeah.
That's great. So I see right now you guys have practice going on. You have a number of people around the pool. Are these all seniors who are coaching the younger kids' practices?
They're
These
all
are our
various
junior
high
coaches.
schoolers.
We are the only seniors.
Yeah.
So 13 and over kids, but on the team.
You have to
Yeah,
be
they're all
15.
high schoolers.
Okay.
So yeah, we all started out when we were freshmen as the junior coaches, and then we were lucky enough to continue with the team. We had a couple people that dropped out, but we continued on, and now we're senior coaches.
So you have found a way at this pool then to be able to not only teach people about learning to love a sport and compete, but also getting their first experience coaching. And Miles, it sounds like you had the same experience at Little Rocky Run. That's pretty great. So I mean, what goes into all of that then when you're first learning how to coach? What age groups are you working with? What are you trying to work on? And you find yourself learning at that base level.
I think when we started, you were just kind of thrown into the mix and had to.
Yeah, it was like a sink or swim thing.
Yeah, had to just kind of work with it.
Yeah, you work with all age groups when you first start out. I think like we tried to match it up so that there was a more experienced coach and a new coach.
Yeah.
So they could kind of learn a bit, but mostly it's just from experience.
I think that year this is improving too with the differentiation between seniors and juniors. We're sort of establishing that there's someone that's there to help you out and help teach you what to do while you're in the water with the kids. And I think I really would have appreciated that 2 years ago, 3 years ago when I started.
Our last coach that we had for a really long time, she had really high expectations for us. Like if we weren't manipulating every kid, she's like, you guys need to focus because this is a job, you're being paid, this is your first experience coaching. You need to give it your all. So even at meets, she expected us, even if we weren't working, cheering on every single kid, talking to all the kids, making sure nobody had their nerves. So there were definitely some high expectations, and it was we were kind of just thrown into it. It was like a sink or swim kind of thing. So we either did really well and it was great, or you had a little work to do.
Sure.
I think that's kind of an important part of how all of us have learned to coach is by copying what our coaches have done for us in the past. So I know that having Christine as a coach at Little Rocky Run and at Machine was a big factor in how I've learned how to coach today. I try to implement the things that she does because she's one of my favorite coaches that I've had. So
thanks.
I think it's important to have a good role model to help you learn.
Well, for the two of you then who've had maybe more coaching experience, also overlap with your competitive side, how has coaching informed the way that you train and compete?
So my big thing is on kind of coaching the coaches. If they don't know what they're doing, then they're not going to help these guys at all. And I cannot watch every single child in this pool because there are too many of them. So I have to be able to rely on these guys when I need them, and even the junior coaches when I need them. And so helping them and kind of telling, hey, this is what we're going to go over today, and setting up progressions so that they can kind of build into a stroke is, I think, really important. And that's one of the biggest ways that I think that we've kind of prepared is getting these guys to take control of the lanes, and I'm just walking around floating and correcting little kids, but then also telling them, hey, try this because this might work better for them. And I think that helps for the long run.
Sure. Well, any final thoughts before we get off here? You guys have a big meet on Saturday. What can we expect from Hunter Mill this weekend?
Well, you better expect the spirit to be crazy. Everybody loves red, white, and blue because it's super easy, but everybody goes all out. We do our big cheers, so
If you're in the area,
you're gonna hear us. Yeah, I live like a block away. My mom's always like, I went outside to make dinner and I heard you screaming. Thanks, Mom.
Well, good luck for the rest of the season. I hope that we see you. We'll definitely see you all at All-Star Relays, if not sooner. So best of luck, and please make sure if you do have the opportunity to get pictures and videos of your great spirit and races, send it in to us so we can show the rest of the league. Otherwise, good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks.